know that something is there, or else it's going to just decay and collect dust. So that's what it's about. And then marketing and advertising is a bold statement with the hopes of success. We have people come to us and say, I want to make $100,000, and we say that's nice. That's good and well, and maybe you do make $100,000. But if you were expecting us to rebuttal and say $100,000 you're going to make, we're not going to say that. What we're going to say is we're going to make sure that your audience sees your brand. That's what advertising does.
That's good.
We're going to make sure your audience sees your brand. And that's awareness and that's consideration. The conversion is really up to you. You know what I mean? We made them aware, and we articulated to the point that they go, I might do business with them.
Yeah.
But when they approach, we're not going to broker your sale. That's for you to do. So can you close that sale?
Right.
That's your $100,000 that you want to make. We can get it to the door.
Right.
So yeah.
No, that's good stuff right there, man. Because I think once again, and I feel like you're in math class right now. Like you can I'm Entrepreneurship 101 right now. Because
I can't. No, I'm not qualified.
No, but
I'm still figuring it out.
But the fact that you said I don't think people think about the idea. They might have the idea. They might even have the know-all to say, okay, this is why I want to go about. But they don't understand the emphasis on marketing itself. They understand how colors play a big role, how having a great tagline plays a big role.
Yeah, absolutely.
These things play into, because you got the best product in the world, but once again, if people don't, I can be thinking about your product, but if I don't remember it, what good is it, right?
You have to resonate. You have to,
exactly.
Something has to stick with you. We're in Cleveland, right? On all these I want to say injury lawyers who got the game on lock.
Come on, man. We already know.
We know who make them pay.
You already know. That is genius, by the way.
Bro,
look, so if you're not from Cleveland, let me say something. There's a billboard with this man eyes. His eyes. Because
he's cultivated.
Exactly.
He's said it enough that now you are aware.
You know it.
And now he's, and that's another thing, with dealing with new clients. This isn't microwaveable. It's more of a crock pot.
Yeah.
It's more of a crock pot. But if you can stay there and you can through the whole process, it'll be worth it. But it's the brands that are successful today, the brands that we don't question and we go by, they've been established for decades. They've been established for decades.
I got a first question. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like it's easier to build a brand today, or was it easier to build it? Let's go back to Mad Men. Let's talk about the 50s, 60s, and whatnot. Do you think it's easier to do it now, or was it easier to do it back then with less technology, or because it was less saturated back then?
I think that it's easier to literally build a brand today, but brands of yesteryear were more quality.
Man, I wish I had my buzzard, y'all.
Because it was harder to build it.
Yeah.
Because your investment was more, it was just more of a more conscious investment. Now you can jump anywhere. I could start 5 brands tomorrow. Like I could get them legally registered. I could get 5 logos done. I could get some sort of overseas outsourced person to make me 5 websites. I can get 5 virtual assistants. I can outsource these things so that the internet makes everything quick.
Yeah.
To the point that technically I can have these brands up in 24 hours.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily make them quality, and it probably definitely doesn't make them quality. They're just shells.
Wish I had my buzzer. Y'all hear him.
But if let's say I commissioned an artist to create my logo, and I paid a sign maker to make my sign, and I went door to door to spread the word about it, and I even a little bit more advanced, I put a TV commercial out, and I had a donkey walk down the main street with the sign on both sides of it. You know what I mean? That type of stuff resonates with you because it took you time to basically cultivate all of those initiatives.
Yeah.
And you don't put that kind of time and money in if your product is not going to follow up and be worth it. You know.